Hey Scrappy friends, it's Audrey. Welcome to day 2 of week 2, so I guess this would be day 9 of the Summer Scrappin series. Today my guest scrapper is Melody Rayner. You can check out her page linked in the description below. And today I am using a cut file for Confessions of a Paper Addict. It's a new release this month. It is called Fishing Line, and if you watch my channel, you know I love my fishing pages. We have a lot of fishing photos. So this file I'm not really doing anything special to. I just enlarged it to fit a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I have one photo I'm going to use, so I was kind of gauging the size of my photo there and where I was going to place it, and I decided that I am going to hang my photo from the fishing line. So my first thing here with this cut file is I want my hooks to look really shiny. So I'm going to heat emboss them with some silver metallic glitter. So I love the effect that this gives, and I like using heat embossing powder. It's so fun. So I'm just using a brush to kind of brush off the areas around the hook because I want to make sure that just the hook is covered and not the line. And I had stamped it, as you saw, with my Versamark pad, and I'm just going to go through, and then you can start to see it melting there. That's amazing, and I just love the way that this looks. So a cute little touch for my hooks. They're nice and shiny. Okay, so this piece of background paper, it's from the Heidi Swapp collection Art Walk, and I love it because it already looks like it's mixed media, so I am not going to really do anything to it. And what I love about this piece of paper for this cut file is that it looks like different depths of the water. Like as you get deeper and deeper, it gets darker and darker. So I'm just going to add a few splatters of different colored inks. I have a navy, I have the blue Heidi Swapp. Actually, I think these are all Heidi Swapp color shine except the white is the Delusions white, which is probably the best white, I think. Okay, so for the line part of the fishing line, I decided to actually put some string on it. So I am just using some twine, this gnarled ball of twine, which every time I take out of my drawer, it takes me 10 minutes to find the end of it. At one time, it was nicely neat and wound up, but my children sometimes get into my drawers and use my things, and yeah, they get a little messed up. So I'm actually using a liquid fabric glue. It's called Fabri-Tac. No, it's not Fabri-Tac. Maybe it is Fabri-Tac. It's the iCraft or ThermoWeb version of the fabric glue. I used to be in the ThermoWeb design team a couple of years ago, and I work with I do a lot of things with fabric too, and this is probably the best fabric glue. It works better than the liquid tacky glue because, I don't know, it's just extra tacky and it just really holds fibers very well. So I'm just kind of looping over like the loops of the bows, I guess. I don't know if they're not really bows, but the knots. That's what I should say, the knots. And then I will just add little bits of string to the other sections and kind of fold them over the back. And it dries pretty quickly and it stays well. Okay, so I've got my string on there. I've got my embossed hooks, and now I'm going to start filling in the bits of the cut file. And I'm not going to show you all of this because, as you know, backing a cut file can take a while. But I'm going to back my bobbers with red and white. I just thought that was appropriate for a bobber. And then I'll put those up, and then I will start thinking about how to back my fish. And I went through my 6x6 paper pack stack, as you can see in the top left there. I have just like a little bin of 6x6 pads because it's great for backing cut files because you don't have to use a big sheet. And I happen to have a lot of scraps within the pads, so I'm just going to go through. I found a couple basic gray pads, old basic gray pads that had some bright colors in it, and I'm going to use some bright colored fish. And I'm just showing you me backing one fish here. Instead of some of the shapes, again, I trace. Others I just glue on and cut around. And what am I doing here? Oh, these are some of these fish. The fins are cut out separately, so you have to cut and trace the fins separately and then kind of pop them on, which is what I'm doing here. I realize I'm kind of out of the screenshot there. Okay, so I've backed all of my fishies with lots of bright, pretty patterned paper. Most of that's basic gray. And then I'm going to cut the bubbles off because I'm going to use, I think, some sequins for bubbles instead. And then I was playing around with placement here of where I was going to place these things, and I decided that I want to hang my photo. Well, I'm going to back it here. That doesn't quite fit, so let me get another piece of wood grain paper from my stash. I definitely want a wood grain. I know there's one in here. This is an old, what is that, Amy-Tan? I don't know. I have a ton of old 6x6 pads. There we go. All right, I'm not going to do anything to my photo yet, I guess. I'm going to go back to my fish, and I'm going to add enamel dots for the eyes of the fish. Some of the fish have eyes as part of the cut file, but I just wanted to highlight them a little bit and pop them off. So I'm just using kind of some complementary colors. And, oh, now I guess I'm going to, oh yeah, on the bottom, I really wanted something else along the bottom here. And like I said earlier about the depth of the water, I'm just going to fussy cut, or not even fussy cut, hand cut some squiggly lines to kind of make it look like seaweed. And I found this piece of paper in a 6x6 pad. I don't remember where it's from, but it has like an ombre thing of green, ombre pattern of green from kind of a lighter citron green to a darker green, and it's just perfect for seaweed. So I'm just going to cut out some squiggly seaweed lines and put them on the bottom. So this picture, so we like to fish in my family, and we have a cottage on the lake, and right off the dock we can catch some amazing things. And I caught this huge freshwater drum, also called a sheep's head, right off the dock. It was probably the biggest fish I've caught off the dock. It was huge. It was at least 15 pounds. It was a big fish. And I was the only one up. It was early in the morning. Actually, me and my son Kyler were up, and he tried to help me net it and bring it in, but it was really big. I had to do it mostly by myself, but it's a pretty rare catch actually at our lake. So I thought I'd scrap a photo of me for a change fishing. I always scrap the photos of the kids. So there I am. I do love to fish. And by the way, my mother is the one who taught me how to fish. My mother is the fisher person of the family. Not my dad so much. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these seaweed pieces right to the background. And now I'm going to put my photo on this little wood grain. I liked the wood grain because it kind of reminded me of the dock. And I'll back that. What am I going to do now? And I'm just going to start... Oh, I'm going to pop up the line off the page. Well, I'm not going to pop the line off. I'm going to pop the bobbers and the fish off. I'm actually going to glue the top part of the cut file right to the page, and then just kind of have the bobbers and the fish sticking up. Yeah, I said in my last video, I bought these black foam adhesive squares because they were cheaper than the white ones, like a lot cheaper, and on Amazon, and I was like hesitant, like why, like is there a reason that the black isn't like you don't see them, so I don't know. I guess it's just a preference thing, but they seem to work fine. They suit the purpose. Okay, I forgot to back part of these bobbers here, so I'm going to put the white on the bobber. And I'm glad I used the red on the bobber because it kind of picks up the kind of pinkish red that is in the fish too. All right, so the string's getting glued right to the background, and so my plan for the photo is, okay, I'm not doing the photo yet. I guess I'm watching the title. So to pick up on the green and the seaweed, I went through my stash. I found these kind of citron green thickers. They were exclusive Hip Kit Club stickers, not thickers, but stickers. And I thought about mixing up my fonts for my title because I like to do that a lot. If I have two different words in a title, use one font for one word and a different font for the second word. But I'm just going to stick with this and call it What a Catch, and it kind of picks up on the green and the seaweed and the green and the fish. Now am I going to do my photo? Probably. So I'm going to hook the hook in the photo. So I thought that was my idea. I thought that would be cute. So I'm going to use my kind of cutting pad here, and I'm not even tracing a line. I'm just using my knife and cutting 2 slits so that I can thread the hook right in there. So I love the way that looks, and I'll just kind of adjust the line a little bit here and pop that bobber up a little bit higher. Oh, I forgot. I have to add my adhesive to... No, I want to just stress the edges, and then I'm going to put the hook back in, and then I'm going to add adhesive to the back so that it kind of hangs there. So I just wanted to add just a few embellishments. I'm not going to add too much because, you know, the cut file and the bright colors, they do a lot of the talking on this page, so I don't really need too many more embellishments. And I love these teeny tiny fish stickers I got at like in the dollar bin at like probably Michael's. But they're so super cute, and they're great for just a little pop of interest, and they're kind of dimensional, so I will pop those on there. I wish I bought more than one package of these because as you know, like as I said earlier, I do a lot of fishing pages, so these would be cute to use. And I'm just looking for some like fishing stickers, and I'm just going through my stash and kind of finding some stickers that might look cute on my photo. And I will add a label sticker for my my date, which I don't, if you notice on almost all of my pages, I always put a label sticker behind the top of my photo so that I can put the date on it. Because going back through my old layouts, I have noticed that if I didn't put the date on them, like I would have not been able to tell what year some of my photos were. Even by looking at my children, like how old they were, it's so hard to tell. You kind of forget so fast, so I'm glad I date most of my pages. And then I'm just going to add a whole bunch of sequins, some different shades of blue, and those are going to kind of be like my bubbles. And that will do it. I really love this cut file. This is such a cute cut file. So the finished page is coming up here. I went and added my journaling to the right of my photo with a dark gray pen. And there it is. And a couple of stickers, as you can see, near the bottom of my photo. A couple close-ups here. Excuse me. So, Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file store has lots of new cut files. I think a new one every day this month. So there are a ton for you to go check out in the store. And then, of course, I have my guest designer joining me today. So go check out her summary page today as well. So thank you so much for joining me today for day 9 of Summer Scrappin series. And stay scrappy, friends. I'll see you soon.